In the heart of Nigeria's booming yet turbulent oil industry, one name stands tall: Benedict Peters, a man whose journey from the quiet streets of Abakaliki to the commanding boardrooms of Africa's largest indigenous oil producer is nothing short of extraordinary. This is the story of one of Africa's most influential and sometimes controversial businessmen. Benedict Peters was born on December 5, 1966, in Abakaliki, Ebonyi State, Nigeria. He came into the world in a household of modest means. His father, a disciplined and principled banker, and his mother, a devoted homemaker. Though his roots trace back to Onitsha, Oloma, a quiet Igbo town in Delta State and Nyocha North local government area, his upbringing was shaped by the values of both hard work and humility. From an early age, Benedict displayed an unusual curiosity about the world around him. While many children were fascinated by games, Benedict found himself drawn to maps, landscapes, and the intricacies of how cities and communities functioned. This passion led him to the University of Benin, where he studied geography and regional planning, majoring in geomorphology, the science of landforms. He graduated with honors, setting the stage for a life that would bridge academic insight and real-world enterprise. The 1990s in Nigeria were a time of change, politically unstable, economically volatile, yet full of opportunities for those who could read between the lines. Benedict's career began at Ocean and Oil Services Limited, where he absorbed the fundamentals of Nigeria's oil sector. He was young, driven, and unafraid to challenge convention. Soon after, he joined MRS Oil and Gas Limited. Rising to the position of Group Executive Director and eventually Managing Director. Here, he honed his skills in leadership, negotiation, and operations, but deep down, he knew he was destined to build something of his own. In 1999, Benedict took the leap. He founded Sigmund Communesi, a company that would later transform into the behemoth we know today as Aiteo Group. By 2008, the rebrand was complete. Aiteo quickly rose to prominence, boasting one of Nigeria's largest petroleum tank farms, with storage capacity exceeding 250 million liters on a sprawling 100,000 square meters of land. The company did not stop there. It also took ownership of the Abonema storage terminal, expanding its infrastructure footprint in the industry. In 2014, Aiteo made its boldest move yet, acquiring a controlling stake in Oil Mining Lease 29 (OML 29) and the Nembe Creek truck line from Royal Dutch Shell. The deal, worth over $2.5 billion, instantly positioned Aiteo as Nigeria's largest indigenous oil producer by output. OML 29 is no ordinary block, spanning 983 square kilometers. It includes 11 oil and gas fields and is historically significant as the site of Nigeria's first commercial oil discovery at Oloibiri in 1956. This acquisition was more than a business deal. It was a statement that Nigerian-owned companies could compete with the biggest international players. Benedict's vision extended beyond oil production. Aiteo announced plans for a 100,000 barrel per day refinery in Warri, Delta State, a step towards reducing Nigeria's dependency on imported refined products. In 2023, Aiteo achieved a historic milestone by launching a new grade of crude oil, Nembe. With low sulfur content and a smaller carbon footprint, Nembe Crude was designed to meet stringent European standards and was marketed in partnership with the Nigerian National Petroleum Company.
It's a glorious day for the Aiteo family. Today is the launch of the Nembe Crude, a product of innovation, hard work, sacrifice and patience under the visionary leadership of our Executive Vice Chairman and Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Benedict Peters.
This crude has been born as a child of necessity to combat the whole issue of oil theft and production security within the Niger Delta. So it's been a long journey to get here. We have a 2 million barrels capacity, FSO. So we're going to fill that like twice every month. So that will give you an idea, but ultimately the asset is targeting to do 150,000 barrels of crude per day.
This marked the first crude marketing project run solely by Nigerian entities. That same year, Aiteo made headlines again by acquiring a controlling stake in Mozambique's Mazenga gas block, Africa's largest onshore gas reserve. Not content with oil and gas dominance, Benedict founded Bravura Holdings, a vertically integrated mining company. From platinum mines in Zimbabwe to lithium deposits in Kamativi, cobalt in the DRC, copper in Zambia, and gold in Ghana, Bravura has established a formidable mining footprint across Africa. In 2019, the company acquired a 3,000-hectare platinum concession in Zelos, Zimbabwe, expanding further into strategic minerals critical to the global economy. In 2024, Benedict's reach extended into global policy. The Atlantic Council partnered with Aiteo for a 3-year initiative on critical minerals in Africa. This program brings together leaders from the US, Europe, and Africa to shape the role of African minerals in the global supply chain, a move that cements Benedict's influence beyond business into international strategy. Through the Benedict and Ella Peters Foundation, Benedict and his wife have funded programs tackling inequality, poverty, and education across Africa. In sports, Aiteo signed a 2.9 billion naira partnership with the Nigerian Football Federation, paying salaries for national team coaches and supporting the Super Eagles. His philanthropic efforts earned him multiple awards including Leadership CEO of the Year 2014, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Legacy Award for Economic Empowerment 2015, Oil and Gas CEO of the Year 2018, and so many others. With success came scrutiny. Benedict faced politically charged investigations, including allegations in the Pandora Papers linking him to bribery involving a former petroleum minister, accusations he firmly denied. In 2017, Nigeria's appeal court cleared him, accusing the EFCC of gross misstatement and concealment of facts. In 2023, the African Center for Justice and Human Rights petitioned the Nigerian House of Representatives to investigate what it called a campaign of defamation against him, involving both Nigerian and British actors who allegedly ignored court rulings that cleared his name. Beyond boardrooms and business empires, Benedict Peters is a born-again Christian, a family man with 5 children, and a passionate supporter of democratic movements in Africa. Colleagues describe him as deeply private yet relentless in business negotiations. His critics see him as too powerful, while his supporters see him as a proof that African entrepreneurs can rise to global influence. Benedict Peters' story is one of vision, resilience, and complexity. From the dusty streets of Abakaliki to commanding some of Africa's most strategic resources, he embodies the possibilities and challenges of building an empire in one of the world's most competitive industries. Whether you see him as a visionary, a disruptor, or a controversial figure, one thing we know: Benedict Peters has left an indelible mark on Africa's economic landscape, and his story is still being written.